my name's Tammy. I am a librarian at the County Library at the Whitmore branch, but that also makes me a Salt Lake County employee. I'm a certified yoga instructor as well, and I am glad you're here today for some yoga. Comfortable clothes. They don't have to be fancy yoga clothes, just something you can move in. A sticky yoga mat is nice. Kind of helps be a little more secure on the floor and on your hands and feet. If you have a block or a blanket, that is great, and a strap as well. All right, let's get started. Go ahead and find a comfortable wide-legged child's pose right on the mat. For a wide-legged child's pose, let your knees come out to the long edge of the mat. You're going to sit back in between your heels, walk your hands up to the top of your mat. See if you can spread your fingertips wide, bring your forearms down, melt your chest towards the mat, and then rest your forehead down on the mat as well. Maybe press a little bit into your palms and see if you can get your glutes a little closer to your heels. And then we'll just stay here for a few rounds of breath. You're welcome to close your eyes. Start to notice your breath. Just bring some of that awareness of your body, of your breath. And try to become present. If you brought an intention to class, you're welcome to think about that now. If not, I have one to offer about being present and grounding. Grounding is a process of dynamic contact with the earth, with its edges, boundaries, and limitations. It allows us to become solidly real, present in the here and now, and also dynamically alive with the vitality that comes from the earth. So feel yourself grounding down into your mat, down into the earth. Feel yourself become present. If you want, you can rock your forehead from side to side. Just gently massage out your third eye. When you're ready, on an inhale, coming up to tabletop. So shoulders are stacked over wrists, hips are stacked over knees. On an inhale, cow pose, belly drops. Tailbone goes up and gaze goes up. Exhale for cat, tuck your chin and round your spine. And then match your breath, your movement. So as you inhale, come through cow. As you exhale, through cat. Just a few more rounds of breath here. Checking in, seeing how things feel today. Does anything feel tight or sore? I've been neglecting any core work, and so I've started back up again. And my abs are very sore. So check in and see if you've got any tight spots. Anything that feels a little bit different than normal. That cow pose is a little tight across my abs. All right, come back through center and tabletop. Extend your right leg back behind you, but then drop your right toes down, tuck them under, and then just kind of rock forward and back. Really gentle. So you're feeling as you press back, feel a stretch along the arch of your foot and the top of your calf. And then as you come forward, you'll feel a little bit more of a stretch in your arms, right? In your forearms and your wrists. So just kind of be gentle here. Spread your fingertips nice and wide. Press back as you're back, and then gently rock forward. Kind of roll onto the tops of your toes. And we're just stretching things out. All right, let's come to a low lunge. So carefully bring that right foot up and through and in between your hands. Go ahead and rise up, interlace your fingers on top of your right thigh and press. I do this one a lot. It feels so good. Hopefully it feels good to you as well. If it's uncomfortable, tuck those back toes, or if you have a blanket handy, you can place it underneath that back knee. Just give yourself a little bit of extra padding, and that might make all the difference. Nice. Let's come to a crescent moon. So we're going to keep our legs essentially the same. We're not deep though, kind of rise up. Biceps to ears, steeple grip. And then you're going to think about pressing your thighs towards each other. They're not going to touch, obviously, but thighs are going towards midline to help you with your balance. And then do a little back bend here. Just a little bit. Maybe all you're doing is moving your gaze up to the ceiling and kind of wiggling your arms back. And gaze is up. Nice. Come back up through center. Then we're going to interlace our fingers at the small of our back. So interlace them up. Puff up your chest. Bring your shoulder blades towards each other. Your hands are right on the back of your glutes. And then look up again. And try to drop your hands down a little bit. Down your left leg. Keep breathing. Nice. Gently release. Maybe you bend your elbows and then let go. Frame your front foot. Let's tuck those back toes and lift up to a low lunge and rock forward and back here. Nice. Dragonfly twist. Plant your left hand. Right arm goes up. Come back down to your low lunge. Then drop that left knee back down. Right foot goes back to tabletop. And let's do the other side. So extend your left leg back behind. Place your toes down on the mat. Now we're going to press back and rock forward. Feel the stretching change when we're forward. We're feeling it in our wrists and our forearms. As we press back, feel it in the arch of your foot and along your calf. And you'll still feel a little bit in your wrist because you're holding weight there. But probably not quite as much. And just go at your pace. There's no rush though. We really want to just be feeling some nice stretching. All right, when you're ready, let's bring that left foot all the way up between our hands. We're going to rise up, interlace our fingers on top of our left thigh. Maybe you have to toe heel your foot forward a little bit, and then pressing down. All right, when you're ready, let's come to that crescent moon. So I'm pressing my hips down right now. I'm going to just lift them up a little bit so I feel a little more balance. So find some balance. Pressing those thighs towards midline. Biceps to ears, steeple grip. Then I've got my toes on my left foot nice and wide, and they're really gripping the mat, kind of like, even like you would with fingers. Okay, drop your shoulders. And then just a little gaze up. Try to snuggle your biceps a little behind your ears. And then you can go as deep as is comfortable. But just as long as you're feeling a little back bend, that is great. Come back up through center. And let's do that stargazer move. So we interlace our fingers. I bend my elbows. And then I puff up my chest, straighten my arms. Gaze goes up. I try to drop my hands a little bit if I can. Good, and then coming up. Release, I like to bend my elbows and then release it. Plant your hands, come to a low lunge. So tuck your right toes, right knee comes off. Rocking forward and back. Oh, maybe you can tent your fingers, or you can keep your hands straight down. Dragonfly twist. Plant your right hand, left arm goes up, gaze to follow. Nice. Return back down to your low lunge. Beautiful. Drop your right knee, untuck the toes, left foot goes back to tabletop, where we started. On an inhale, one cow, and exhale, one cat. Nice. Neutral spine. Tuck your toes and come to down dog. Hips go high. Pedal out your legs, bend one knee and then the other. As you bend one knee, for example, your right knee, try to press your left heel towards the mat and then vice versa. All right, when you're ready, find some stillness in your down dog. Press your chest towards the floor and your thighs, headed back in that direction. On an inhale, walk your hands back to meet your feet. So you're in a forward fold, but at the back of your mat. Feet can be hip distance apart, or you can bring big toes to touch each other with a sliver of space between the heels. You can tense your fingers down on the mat. If hands don't touch the mat yet, you can just let them hang heavy. Or you can always come to ragdoll pose, which gives you something to do with your arms. So you reach for opposite elbows so that your arms frame your head. And you can nod your head yes, shake your head no. Maybe you sway from side to side. All right, we're gonna come to gorilla pose. So open your feet just a tiny bit, maybe 3 or 4 inches. Rock back onto your heels, bend your knees, and we're gonna place our hands underneath our feet so that our toes are wiggling the inside of our wrists. Knees can be as bent as you need them. Being gentle, most of the weight's in your heels because you don't want to hurt your hands. Then tuck your chin. And as you're here, you're trying to lift your hips, pulling your head closer to the floor, chest towards your thighs, and hips towards the sky, called gorilla. Nice. All right, when you're ready, get your hands out from underneath your feet. Beautiful. And let's walk back to our down dog. Hands at the top of your mat, feet at the back. Nice. On an inhale, right leg rises, 3-legged down dog. Exhale, low lunge, step your foot between your hands. Nice. On an inhale, bring your left leg up to meet your right, and then a forward fold. Inhale to chair pose. Fingers can graze the mat. You're gonna sit back and then torso and arms come up. In your chair pose, you wanna be able to see your toes, so look down, take a peek. Weight is also in your heels, so lift your toes up and then place them back down. Sit a little deeper. Inhale, drinking bird. I like to fly my arms back behind me first. Flex your triceps. Then come high up on your toes and sitting down in your chair. Nice. Stay and breathe. Beautiful. Inhale, extended mountain. Drop your heels, stand up. Arms go up. Nice. Warrior one. Step your right foot back to a 45-degree angle. Bend in your left leg. Try to get your right hip forward so our hips are lined up. And arms overhead. Nice. Charging warrior. You're going to make fists with your hands. Bring your elbows back behind. Fist comes to about hips, and then we charge forward. Let's try that one more time. Inhale up to warrior one. Legs stay the same. Exhale, charging warrior. Nice. Back up to warrior one. Beautiful. From here, we're going to get eagle arms. So arms out to a T. Let your left arm go under your right arm. You can reach for opposite elbows. You can keep crossing so the backs of your hands touch, or continue so palms touch. And then elbows up. So right now we have warrior one legs and eagle arms. All right, are you ready for tricky? We're going to try to keep our arms the same in eagle arms. We're going to launch off our back foot. Straighten your left leg and come to warrior three, which is like making a capital T with your body, but with our eagle arms. When you're ready, unwind your arms and fly them back behind you. So warrior three with airplane arms. Nice. Inhaling up through staff. Bring your right leg up and all the way through. Beautiful. And Tadasana. Nice. All right. Inhale up for extended mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, high plank. Step your right foot back. Followed with your left. Exhale to low plank. Chaturanga. Hug your elbows in tight to your body when they get to 90 degrees. Inhaling up to up dog. Tops of your feet are on the mat. See if you can get knees and thighs off the mat, but that is optional. Then rolling over your toes, exhale, down dog. All right, left side. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, stepping forward. Bring your right leg forward and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair. Fingers graze the mat, sit down low, and then coming up for chair. Exhale, drinking bird. Fly your arms first, and then come up. Usually we set the feet first and then the arms, but I found in drinking bird I feel a little more stable if I get my arms first before I come up on my toes. Nice. Inhale for extended mountain, so drop your heels, coming up, arms up. Nice. Warrior one, step your left foot back 45-degree angle. Square your hips, bend in your front leg. Nice. Charging warrior, hands to a fist, come to your hips, and charge forward. Let's go back up. Inhale, warrior one. Charge one more time. Flex your fists, flex your triceps back behind you, charging. Nice, up to warrior one. Eagle arms, arms to a T. Right arm goes under this time. You can hold opposite shoulders. You can have the backs of your hands to touch, or you can keep wrapping and try to touch palms and elbows up. So warrior one, legs, eagle arms. And then warrior three, launch off your back foot. Make a capital T with your body. Trying to get shoulders and elbows in line with each other. Unwind, go back to or come to airplane arms. Inhaling up through staff pose. Exhale, Tadasana mountain. Nice. Inhaling up for extended mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, high plank, left foot goes back. Followed by the right. Exhale to low plank. You can always drop to your knees and do your low plank. And then up dog. And exhale, down dog. All right, right side, let's do it again. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, step forward. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair. Exhale, drinking bird. Inhale, extended mountain. Next, inhale, warrior one, right foot goes back. Exhale, charging warrior. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, charging warrior again. Inhale, warrior one. Arms to a T. Find your eagle arms, left arm under. When you're ready, on an inhale, warrior three. Launch off. Find your balance. Unwind, find airplane arms. Exhale to prepare for movement. Inhale, staff. Exhale, Tadasana, standing mountain. Good work. Inhale, extended mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, high plank, step your right foot back, followed by your left. Exhale to low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg rises, three-legged down dog. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, step forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair. Exhale, drinking bird. Inhale, extended mountain. Warrior one. Exhale, charging warrior. Inhale, back up for warrior one. Again, exhale, charging warrior. Inhale, warrior one. Let's find our eagle arms, arms to a T. Right arm under. When you're ready, on an inhale, warrior three with eagle arms. Unwind, airplane arms. Exhale to prepare. Inhale, staff. Exhale, Tadasana. Nice. Inhale, extended mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, high plank, left foot goes back, followed by the right. Exhale, low plank, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, down dog. Nice, pedal out your legs. Beautiful. All right, you can come down to your knees. Have a little drink of water if you would like. Good job. Very nice. All right, I thought we would work on crow pose for a few moments. So if you have a block or a pillow and you want to put it in front kind of where you'll be facing, sometimes that makes people feel a little more comfortable so that if they fall forward, there's not as far to fall. All right, so let me show you crow first if you don't know it, and then I can walk through some instructions. So give me just a second. Let me come up into crow. All right, so this is our crow. Okay, so let me walk you through how I get there. So again, block or pillow kind of in front of where your forehead is going to be, if that will make you feel more comfortable. It's just optional. I'm going to actually scoot it out of the way. All right, so one of the big keys is nice wide hands. None of this way. In a kids class I took, they called it monster hands. Monster hands. And then we're going to get our knees up onto the back of our tricep. So I come up onto my toes. I start to lift my glutes up a little bit, and I tuck my knees up as high as I can on the back of my triceps, so I've got a tricep shelf. I start to lean forward. See how far forward I am? So that's why sometimes a pillow there will make you feel a little more confident. Keep your toes on the mat. So this right here is pretty hard because you're holding your weight with your core and your shoulders, and you're just balancing on your toes and your hands. Once you start to feel okay about this, then you can start to lift your toes up off of the mat. And then come out whenever you want. So I really am using my hands for balance. So if you watch anybody doing crow, you'll see there's a lot of movement in their hands to help with their balance. So that's why you spread it nice and wide. Crow does actually hurt the back of my triceps a little bit because you've got that hard bone of your knees resting on the back. So it's not super comfortable. You can also bring your knees a little bit on the outside to kind of get started. Sometimes that might make you feel better, but I really like to tuck my knees up as high as I can get them And then I rest my shins essentially on the back of my forearms. Whoop. And then I kind of just keep my toes at the ready. If I start to feel wobbly, I can always just drop my toes back down and come out of that. So, crow's called an arm inversion, or an arm balance, I guess, an arm balance. Come to Malasana squat while we're here for a moment if you like. So toes pointed out, hands to heart center, elbows on the inside. You're welcome to sit on a block. So crow is called an arm balance. Not necessary part of yoga. Yoga is not just fancy tricks, but crow would qualify under a fancy trick. So if you're interested in it, you're welcome to practice and add it into your own personal practice. But it's not necessary. It's just fun if you want to. So that was crow. Good job. I hope you tried it a little bit, but if not, no problem. All right, we're here in Malasana for a moment. Kind of enjoy this sitting. Find a block, of course, if you need to. You can rock back and forth a little bit if that feels good. Nice. All right, bring your fingertips down and let's come to a seated staff. So drop your glutes. Legs go out in front. This is a great time for a strap. So grab that if you're going to need it for help touching your toes. Sit up nice and tall. On an inhale, bring your arms up. And then on an exhale, fold. Grab that strap if you need to. You can place it around the balls of your feet and hold on to the strap. You can also hold on to your heels. Take a moment and kind of straighten your spine a little bit. And then try to fold a little deeper. So there's two parts of this pose, is trying to lengthen your spine so your head goes closer to your feet, and then also folding so your chest goes closer to your thighs. So two pieces to kind of be thinking about. And we'll stay here for a few rounds of breath. So keep breathing, settle in. You can close your eyes. Come back to your intention. Grounding is a process of dynamic contact with the earth, with its edges, boundaries, and limitations. It allows us to become solidly real, present in the here and now, and dynamically alive with the vitality that comes from the earth. If you tend to worry or run a little anxious, you can kind of feel your worries spinning out of control a little bit. Coming down to the ground and doing some yoga poses here can be really helpful to kind of get you back in the present. All right, one more round of breath. On an inhale, coming up. Nice, good job. Oh, sit up nice and tall. Good, get those kinks out. All right, bring the sole of your right foot to the inside of your left thigh. Kind of sit up a little bit. Your right knee's going out and away from you. Inhale up and overhead. And exhale, folding over your left leg. Trying to keep everything kind of nice and square on your shoulders. We're not opening up anywhere right now. We're just folding forward. I do a lot of this slow grounding yoga because I do tend to worry. And so really rapid exercise or super intense cardio or loud music in big classes. Lots of people love that, but I just find it makes me more anxious. So this slower kind of grounding yoga kind of helps keep a handle on excessive worrying. So if you are a worrier, you may find that this is beneficial. It's not cardio, that's for sure, but it can be helpful more than just stretching your body. It can be helpful calming your mind. On an inhale, coming up. And let's come to Wild Child. We've done this one before, but it's been a little while. So then take your right hand and place it back behind your right glute, which is the same knee that's bent. And then we're just going to lift up, but we're going to keep our right knee, shin, and foot on the mat. I'm going to point our left toes. So on an inhale, lifting up, Wild Child. So your left leg is straight, point your left toes. Your right knee stays down on the mat, so does your right foot, but you've just lifted your glutes up. Your left arm goes back behind you, and you can gaze straight up or back behind you. It's kind of like a mini supported back bend. All right, come on down. Let's do a twist while we're here. So cross your right leg over your left thigh, plant that foot down. Your left arm is going to hug your bent knee. Right arm circle sweeps up and around and back behind you, sort of like a rainbow. Tense your hand back behind you. Lengthen up your spine. You're going to look over your right shoulder. But take a peek at your left toes. Make sure they're still pointed up, nice and straight. And then go back into your twist. If you want, you can take this hugging arm and get the elbow on the outside and do a little high five away from yourself. And just the leverage of your elbow can help you twist a tiny bit more. It's not necessary, but if it feels good in your twist, you're free to try it. Welcome to try that. All right, let's rewind back. All right, one more pose on this side, then we'll switch. We're going to do Heron's pose. So we're going to take this leg and swing it back behind us. So let me just show you with this foot. So I've got it back behind. So my knee's bent behind, my heel's by my glute. You want to try to line up your knees, but if they are not going to line up, don't hurt your knees. Open up nice and wide. Then if you want, this is a place you can use a block. So I'm going to lift up a little bit and place a block underneath my right glute, the foot that's got that heel back behind me. All right, then plant your left foot, interlace your fingers underneath that foot, and then kick it up. This is Heron's pose. And the block actually makes me feel a little unstable, but I see a lot of people using the block with Heron's pose. So give it a try and see if you like it. Sometimes blocks are helpful, and every once in a while they might make you feel precarious, so it's always your choice. Listen and see if it is helpful. Nice. All right, let's come out. Both legs out in front of you. Bring your left sole of your foot inside. Sit up a little bit. Inhale, arms up and overhead. And exhale, one-legged forward fold. Keep everything nice and level and square it off. Not really opening our chest, we're just folding forward. Stay and breathe on this side. Come to the here and now. Really feel yourself pressing down into your mat. See if you can lengthen a little bit and fold a tiny bit more. Right, on an inhale, coming up. Wild Child on this side. Plant your left hand back behind your glutes. On an inhale, up. Right leg stays straight. Try to point your toes. Left knee, shin, and foot stays on the mat. Hips are high. Right arm behind you, so a little mini supported back bend. And come on down. Let's twist. Cross your left leg over, plant the foot. Trying to sit up tall. Gonna hug with your right arm. Left arm circle sweeps up, back and around. Tense behind you. looking over your left shoulder. Check in with your right toes. You want them nice and up, straight, pointed back towards your body. You can switch your elbow and bring it on the outside of your bent knee and high five away from yourself. Maybe you, twist a little deeper. When you're ready, let's unwind. Woo, bring that arm back up and around. Stretch through your shoulder socket and shoulder blade. All right, heron on this side. So flip your leg back behind you. Line up your knees if it's okay. If it's not, open them up. Maybe also sit on a block and get up a little bit higher. You're going to interlace your fingers underneath your right leg and then shoot it up. Maybe it's straight, maybe it's super bent. You can also use a strap right around here. So whatever feels good. Over time, we're trying to sit up tall and bring our leg up towards our face. But anywhere we're at is good, right? Yoga is not for the flexible, it's for the willing. So we are willing to give this heron pose a try. All right, when you're ready, let's come out. Bring both legs out in front. Maybe you shimmy your legs, shake them out a little bit. Good. All right, we're going to come down to the mat and find legs up the wall. So bring your block with you. As you lower down, you can plant your feet on the mat, knees are up. And then to come to legs up the wall, lift your hips up, slide your block underneath you, and kind of place it down at the base of your spine, your sacrum. Tuck your shoulders underneath your back. Arms out to your side, palms are up, and then just kind of gently bring your legs up. Legs up the wall. Point your toes back towards your face. It's like you're getting ready to stamp on the ceiling. So this can be called, you'll hear it many things, legs up the wall, candlestick, waterfall. So lots of poses. All right, in a moment we're going to give plow a try. So I've got to turn around so I've got room. So stay in your waterfall. Let me just flip myself around. So for plow pose in just a minute, you can come through shoulder stand if you want to, but let's just try plow today. All right. So what I often do is I reach down and grab a hold of my mat down below me. And then I lift up my hips and I try to drop my toes back behind me. So take a look and then try it. Sometimes my toes can go all the way back and touch the floor. Sometimes they don't. So they can just hover. Maybe you drop them and then come out. Just don't move your neck around in this pose. Be really gentle. And if it is just not calling to you, you're welcome to stay in legs up the wall. All right, when you're ready, let's roll out of plow if you tried it. Come back to legs up the wall. You can let go of your mat if you were holding on to it. All right, drop your feet down to the mat, knees up. Lift your hips up, move the block out of the way. Bring your legs back up through center, hug them into your chest, can hold on to your shins below your knees. Kind of pull them in. And then we'll twist, arms out to a T. Let your knees and legs fall over to the right. Stack your knees, stack your hips. Gaze goes over to the left. If you want to add a little more stretching, you kick your left leg out to your right hand, grab onto the knife edge of your foot, and just have that leg straight. You can also start to kind of pull it up closer to your head. I mean, often just a millimeter will deepen the stretch, and that's enough. It's just a pulling up. All right, when you're ready, let's inhale, come up through center. You can realign if you want to. Hug step in, wiggle. All right, find some stillness in the center. Twisting the other way, arms to a T. Drop your legs over to the right, stack your knees, stack your hips, and gaze to the right. You can add the leg part if you want. So left hand's going to grab onto the knife edge of your right foot. You just feel a deeper stretch along the glute of the leg that is extended away from you, stretched out away. Nice. On an inhale, come back up through center. You can hug stuff in, rock a little bit. Really try to get those knees up close towards your head. Nice. And then when you're ready, you can just rock up to seat. Find an easy seat. So just crisscross those legs, shimmy a little bit. You can place your hands on your knees, close your eyes. You're also welcome to stay on your back if you'd like to do a little Shavasana. Grounding is the process of dynamic contact with the earth, with its edges, boundaries, and limitations. It allows us to feel solidly real and present here, present in the here and now. I bring my hands to heart center. The light and love in me sees and recognizes the light and love in each of you. Namaste.